Hello again, Struck. Welcome back to another evening of streaming with me, Struck. And yeah, today we will be continuing where I left off last night on my Dusk Mage, on the Flaming Destroyer Dusk Mage. So, without further ado, I'm going to jump right in and do some quests. I'm not leveling this hero on ridiculous because I just want to level the hero quickly, be done with the story quickly. What's my quest? Lake Goptung, that's my quest. The last quest I did last night was getting rid of Dog Jockey, I think, or maybe the quest after that, I can't remember exactly, but it was around those quests, so yeah, we'll keep leveling this. Eddie UK is back. Welcome back, Eddie. How have you been? Nice seeing you again. And to those of you who are interested in my Slammer build, I uploaded today my Bane Slammer build. So if anyone was wondering what I came up with, I came up with an Egg of Mayhem Bane Slammer build. Although on the video I didn't have enough Respectacles. Honestly, I would have liked to have like 9 more Respectacles when making my build then, but it ended up giving me decent results even without respecting everything the way I wanted, even without having those 9 Respectacles I needed to make that build the way I wanted to. It still gave me good results. It was a little bit less spammy with the what's its name, with the Mayhem skill with Venomous Maw. A little bit less spammy with it, but it was fun. Okay, let's as far as I remember, yesterday I decided to save my skill points for Firestorm. Saving my skill points for Firestorm to max it out, if I'm not mistaken. So I'm not gonna level up until then. I mean, I'm not gonna spend my points until then. And Eddie says, I read that post you did in Discord on the 20th about the cheater with all Torchlight III achievements completed on the 14th. Oh yeah, this guy, he's obviously cheating. I mean, he probably played on the single player version and whatever he's doing something to make Twitch, not Twitch, to make Steam think he spent X hours in a certain game. Because it's the case. If you look at his profile closely, you would see what I'm talking about. You would see that it's physically impossible unless you have multiple machines using the same account, multi-boxing a few games on a machine to get the hours he's doing. And the worst part is people are believing him. That's the worst part. People are actually falling for his bullshit. I mean, some of the things he says about the game are valid points. But the way he worded his post seemed very dodgy, so I decided to investigate. It seemed like someone who hasn't spent more than 2, 3, maybe 5 hours in the game. In fact, I would be surprised if he spent more than 2 hours playing the game, let alone 3000. But well, people will be sheep and believe without doing research. That's the problem with the Steam review system. Anyone can leave a review. And anyone can cheat it. I'm not sure how he's doing it, whether it has to do with changing the time on his Windows or something like that. But whatever way he found a way to cheat Steam's algorithm into thinking he spent more time playing games. But if you read some of the comments under his review, you're gonna see how gullible people are, believing him, taking him for his word and everything. There's obviously programs. There's a lot of trainers that would let you get achievements for any game that has single player in one go. There's obviously such programs and tools. For every game, if you go to some sort of, I don't know which one, just pick a cheating website. There's probably a bunch of websites that sell trainers and cheats. For every game that has local save data, there will be cheats. So obviously the guy used something like that to unlock all of his achievements. But I'm not talking about cheating this thing, I'm talking about cheating Steam. To think that he spent so many hours playing the game when his first playthrough was... when his first playthrough and the first time he beat Yapper, the very first named enemy, was on the 11th this month. Just a moment, I had to open my wardrobe door to avoid the echo. Okay, so Vitality Extractor, yet another Vitality Extractor dropping. The game wants to push me into a Holy Fury build. It wants to push me into a Holy Fury build. You only use the program to reset your achievements when testing mods. Yeah, I mean, people will cheat. There's not much you can do about it. There's not much you can do about it. In single player local save games, people will use whatever tools they have at their disposal. I don't really care about achievements and stuff like that, but when someone is just spewing bullshit about a game and others are believing him, it seems a little bit weird to me. It seems a little bit not the way how it should be. But in any case, I do appreciate back in few days ago when you let me know about this dude, so I could look into it. I'm gonna try and speed through the story, so I'm just gonna run. I should be level 15 before Brow, ideally. Oh shit, by the way, I'm not gonna be able to read the chat in the next minute. Just a moment, my restream kind of logged me out. Not sure why. Maybe because I declined their cookie settings on their website. Because I don't want no cookies. Just a moment, trying to remember my password. Seriously? Okay, I need to check my password for the stream. Just a moment. Why would they fucking log me out in the middle of a stream? Like, the chat was going on and then boom, you're logged out. So now I can't see the chat unless I log back in. Alright, I'm logged back in and it's showing me the messages. It's showing me the chat. Okay, so I can see the chat now. Just going back into the game, give me a moment. Okay, I'm ready. Damn, technology. It's not the first time when this has happened. I'm in the middle of my stream and then my restream chat overlay suddenly logs me out. To give Sky a petting. Sky will go to the veterinary tomorrow for a checkup, to check his blood, urine, etc. All of that. Because I suspect he might have some problems in his lower back because he's feeling pain. But yeah, when I do have the chance, I will give him a petting when he's nearby. But we have to take him to the vet tomorrow to check what's happening. Hopefully it's not something serious and it can be fixed with just medicine without needing additional things. But you never know. Let's see here. Should I go grab level 15 before doing the boss fight? Actually, let's go. Let's go over here to this dead end, get some more XP. I just want to make sure I've got level 15 before doing Brow. And I'm almost there, so might as well just take my time here. Okay. Come on, come on. Really need those celestial boots for the mana again. Or tier 2. Tier 2 shadow step also pretty decent when it comes to mana again. Right, we got 15. We got 15. Yeah, getting level 15 should make things a little bit easier on the DPS side of things. But the problem is I'm not burning the enemies, so maybe I should have put 1 point into ignition source at least. I'm gonna try and get a burn weapon. Hopefully one drops soon. Do I have a weapon with chance to burn? This seems like a nice one, although it's two-handed. Let's equip it and see how it goes. Okay, I'm gonna go get some energy before the boss fight. I just hope I don't run out of potions before the boss. 7 potions should be enough. Right, make that 8 potions. I forgot I was recording without damage numbers. When I record the teasers for my videos, I try to keep it clean. That's why I disable the damage numbers. And what was that dark blue number I saw? Did you guys see this too? I saw like a dark blue damage number. And again, That dark blue damage number. What type of damage is dark blue? That is the weirdest shit ever. I've never seen such a damage. And if you're asking why normal, just a moment. Because it's quicker. It's quicker to level up, to complete the story. Ridiculous takes much longer to finish the story, and I don't care about my bragging rights. I can play Ridiculous when my build is ready to actually do Ridiculous. The faster I reach the end game, the better for me. I've leveled so many heroes on Ridiculous. I've leveled up one of each on Ridiculous, in fact more than one of each. I don't have to prove to myself or anyone else that I can level up a hero on Ridiculous. It's not difficult. It's just boring to level up on Ridiculous. So yeah, I prefer leveling on normal or on practice, where I'm doing 100% of my damage, where I'm not handicapped. Ridiculous is not a big deal. It's just a game difficulty that you can switch to at any time. Seriously? Come on, there we go. 50%. See, I don't understand how that other one hit me just now. I was clearly outside of the yellow arrow, the yellow marker. She changed locations. Okay, she's been taken care of. Drought neckband, pretty nice. And with cooldown and chance to shock. Okay, we can wear this. This guy's here. He's begging for food. No food for you, Sky. Not sure if you heard him saying meow meow, but yeah. Alright, let's go back to the city and turn in. The highest crit damage I've seen on what? On which hero? I've seen 3 million and something crit damage on scatter shot, on practice and normal, so that would probably mean 1 million on ridiculous with the 70% damage reduction. But yeah, I've seen crits over 3 million with scatter shot builds. But scatter shot builds doing 3 million still might not be as good as targeted strikes, because it takes time to charge up a 2-second cooldown, 1.8 second cooldown skill. So not only does it have a long cooldown, but it also takes a long time to fully charge it, and you can get that big of a crit without fully charging Scatter Shot.
Potions for you, potions for your little friend.
But yeah, I've not seen anything higher than 4 million, so I've not seen 4 million or higher crits. But that build could have done 4 million or higher if I had better gear back then. It would have been a nice hit. Again, normally when I make my build videos, my gear is mediocre. I'm not always min-max to the brim with the right items in the right affixes. In fact, the build I released today was missing respect. I didn't have enough Respectacles to remove 9 skill points. So I ended up making a build without minions, with 5 points or 4 points into Puppet Master, which eventually need to be removed, and again eventually also 4 points from Arachnid Assault were pretty unnecessary in that build. But the build still ended up doing decent damage, 200 plus thousand, close to 249, 260,000 on Ridiculous for a Slammer build without min-max gear was pretty decent, in my opinion. Not as much as my Bane Train build, which with mediocre gear did 400 and something thousand, 450. But still decent. I'm gonna need some gambling. You know what, let's go to my fort after taking the next quest. I need to go to the fort to put some items in wardrobes. For when I'm leveling Wobi mages. Is any of my damage shadow or dark? I don't think the game has such a thing as shadow or dark damage. I've not seen any skill having anything in the description that says shadow or dark damage. It would say that it does weapon damage and that it's etc. skill, but I don't know. I've not seen shadow or dark. Let's see. Maybe they added shadow or dark. It's strange. It's strange what's causing those numbers, the blue numbers. Let's check. It could be my pet. Honestly, it could be my pet doing some sort of weird damage. It's not this. Let's see if it's Light Spear. Oh, it's Dark Spears. Dark Spears now does purple damage. And that is pretty strange because Dark Spear should inherit the damage of my weapon. Like any other skill does. Any other skill inherits the damage of your weapon. So Dark Spears doing those purple numbers is a little bit weird to me. As you can see, this one is doing fire. Hedrick says this game is just as good as Diablo 3 and better than Path of Exile. Again, this is a matter of personal choice. Not everyone would agree with you. In fact, most people would disagree. I would agree with you though. But again, it's a matter of personal opinion, and Yangu Min says, I wish I could play this game on my Switch without frame drops or any bugs like this. Wow, so even the Switch has frame drops? So they're 3 for 3. On PlayStation there's problems with the FPS, on Xbox there's problems with the FPS, and now Switch as well. They really need to hire a specialist that knows how to optimize games. It will only win them money if they hire someone who knows what they're doing when it comes to optimizing the game for consoles. Because if they released on 3 consoles and every one of those consoles is resulting in bad frame rates, then they really need to figure out what's going on there. It's gonna be worth the investment hiring someone to help with this, even if it's just a temporary hire or something like that. All right, let's put this here. Maybe I can carry this with me. Carrying too many gauntlets. Just putting some Wobi items for Wobi heroes to level up with. Okay, let's do the next quest now, which would be... Ramon Esteleki says, my Switch is... Your Switch crashed last time when you played Torchlight 3. Okay, that's interesting. So, not only are there frame drops, there's also crashing. Yeah, this is what happens when there's no beta testing for the consoles. There was a lot of alpha and beta testing for PC and all of the bugs and crashes and fixes, but there is no beta test, there is no early access on those platforms. There's no way to do like early access, as far as I know. They should have tried better when it comes to optimizing testing, and in general, you can't expect to release a game in multiple platforms without at least providing a smooth frames per second and no crashing. At least this, even if there's other bugs and glitches that are annoying, and even progression breaking bugs are not as annoying as low FPS on a console and crashes. I definitely can feel your pain, guys, when you're playing on consoles and the game is just not playable on it. We'll see how it is with today's patch. Today's gonna be a patch for PC and I guess for the consoles as well. Yeah, I'm reading some comments here. You think a game is optimized for PC, so console will feel it because of it. Parallel has issues too though on console. Console from this generation is too weak. Well, I guess I'm not a console player. I haven't played in consoles in ages, so I don't know how the previous generation consoles fares. But this game shouldn't be that demanding. It shouldn't be that demanding. There's plenty of Unreal Engine games with Unreal Engine 4 that run pretty damn well on consoles, as far as I've seen video footage and stuff like that. I think it's all because they're a small studio and they probably don't have people that are experienced with consoles. For all we know, maybe everyone on the team is making a game for console for the first time. Maybe there are just 1 or 2 people who are experienced with that. I don't know how it is, but if there's so many people complaining on every single console, there's definitely something going on there. Because it's not like a game on this engine can't run good on consoles, and it doesn't even demand much on PC. When you play this game on PC, it doesn't ask for you to have some super next-gen computer. I could play this game in alpha pretty decently when not streaming on my i5 and on my 5-year-old video card. Before I upgraded, of course. And wasting time, welcome back. Let me quickly catch up on chat, guys. I'm behind a little bit on the chat. I'm gonna kill those enemies and catch up. You can play emulator games on the Switch and have a web browser. There's a video on YouTube how to do it. Interesting. And Waiting Time says, no way Switch version had good FPS if PS4 one hasn't. Okay, understood. Cedric says console is weaker, of course it's gonna run a not as well. Again, weaker, yeah, you can have a PC weaker than a console, but let's try and find a PC that's just as good as the current generation consoles, and see if it's gonna run it equally bad. Like, if you find the equivalent of a PS4 and Xbox One in PC parts, would it run this game good enough? This is a question. If someone has such a PC somewhere out there, do let us know. Do let us know if you have the game, if it runs well on PC. And Goki290 saying hello, heyo to you as well. That's a laptop APU, to be humble, from like 2011. Alright. That explains things. That explains things. But yeah, I definitely think it will run better because it's optimized with PC. That's exactly what I think. They had much more time optimizing the game for PC. I mean, they had like 2 years of alpha and beta testing on PC. Whereas with consoles, they just went straight to launch. Maybe some internal testing on their end. But even when they were testing the game internally, didn't they notice the bad FPS that was happening? I mean, obviously the new generation consoles would be backwards compatible with the game, unless specified otherwise. But they should be. So obviously maybe they're aiming for players who own the new generation consoles. And Sardox, thank you very much for the follow. Welcome to the Struck Club. And AD used to hydrate thing earlier. I didn't hydrate until now, but now I will. AD gets his new CPU in a few weeks. AMD Ryzen 7 5800X. Are you selling your old CPU? Didn't you get the 300? Didn't you get the 3950, 3950 just a few months ago? I guess you're just upgrading and selling the old one to make up for some of the loss. So Doom 2016 ran like crap on some levels, and then the whole game after a few updates, good 60 FPS. Good to hear this. So again, optimizing is important indeed. By the way, what was that CPU you got a refund on, AD? Was that the 3000 series that you refunded? I find it weird how AMD skipped a number. They jumped from 3000 series to 5000 series on their CPUs. I find it kind of weird how they decide to just skip that number. maybe 4 is not a lucky number for them. And Sardox says, how would you recommend playing Realm Master Blood Drinker? I would recommend it a lot. It's very fun. I've got my build Bloody Slams. Bloody Slams is when I was testing a Realm Master with the Blood Drinker. Bloody Slams is what I came up with. I've also tested on the test server, but without making a build, in one of my fun day streams, playing a train build with basic. Train build with basic attacks. And the Blood Drinker, more of a defensive kind of super tanky guy, which also played out pretty fun. So with the Blood Drinker, don't expect high damage, expect average damage. Average damage is what you can expect on the Blood Drinker, but expect a lot of healing and decent amounts of damage reduction. So once you have that in mind, then probably you wouldn't be disappointed if you see the DPS not being as high. And I really love a skill called Drain. Drain is one of my favorite, if not my favorite skill on the Blood Drinker. And when you combine max level Drain with max level Blood Seekers and maybe one level into Living Barrier, you can get a very interesting setup there. Very nice, fun setup. So yeah, Blood Drinker Realm Master is not a bad combo. It's not meta for damage, but good survivability.
Many insect colonies died with their queen, but I killed their queen, and now they're content to obey me instead.
Let's do this. Should I do this portal? Let's do this portal. Hopefully it's not something too difficult. Eddie says, I ordered that one, but it got lost in the post and the one before that was damaged in post. Wow. You must have had some bad luck with orders. Alright, isn't there a way for you to just go to a shop and buy the PC in place, or just pick it up yourself so it doesn't get lost? Or are you living in some sort of a rural area that's far away from shops and things like that? Because in the UK there's a lot of shops that can sell you stuff if you go and buy it in place, I guess. Like, what is it, Curry's, PC World, etc. Although I've normally noticed that in most cases the little shops, family-run business and things like that, are the ones that give you better prices than the big commercial places. At least in my country that's the place. There's a lot of software companies, and some of the best prices you can get in some of the smaller websites. There's even companies that don't have non-online orders, but again, there's a lot of shops in my country where you can just go in place and just pick up your goods if you don't trust the post and stuff like that with deliveries and damages and everything. So I hope you don't have the same experience when ordering the new one. And once you get it, let me know how it feels playing some games. And Kedrick says his Ryzen 1600, which is a 6-core 8-thread CPU still these days. I also got 2600 Ryzen, and I need to put it also 6-core. Okay. Oh yeah, you already said about that, Kedrick. You already mentioned this the other day, that you've got a 2600 that you still haven't started using, that just collecting dust in your wherever you're storing it. Nerd Gamer GR, welcome back to you. And Kedrick, whether you need to upgrade to 3000 or 5000 series depends on the games and settings you want to play. I mean, for 1080p, in most games you probably don't need to upgrade. But again, if you want to play 1440p, or if you want to just push some games like, for example, let's say Cyberpunk 2077 on some ultra settings and things like that, for those you're gonna need a strong video card and a strong CPU. And yeah, 1600, 2600, not sure if they're gonna cut it, but they should be fine for when you're using medium average settings on 1080p. It should be fine for 1080p stuff. Because I can show you the requirements for that game, by the way. I've got them somewhere saved on my PC. Let's find it. Screens. Those are the requirements, minimum and recommended requirements for Cyberpunk 2077. So minimum, let's zoom in here, that's your minimum requirements. So that's the minimum, and this is the recommended. So yeah, recommended memory 12 gigs. Is that 12 gigs just for the game, or 12 gigs including the Windows operational memory? But yeah, let's put this thing because it's one-handed. And I can equip the shield for procs of stun. Some gear work here. Some defense and crit chance here. And I've got a skill point. I'm actually wondering, should I wait for summoning Smash? And I decided not to use Entropy with this build, because my last Pyromancer was using Entropy. So with this build I'm gonna focus on Energy Spike as my dark damage dealer. And my light damage dealer last time was Radiant Blast, so this time I'm thinking either Holy Fury or Absolver. I like Absolver more, so maybe Absolver. So maybe let's save some points for Absolver. And just gonna put a point here for now to get the light skills damage. I'm probably not gonna switch to Absolver immediately for now. Holy Bolt might be okay. Alright, Corpse Fire Crypt, here we come. Let's see if I've missed some comments. Eddie UK says PC World is rubbish and it's hard to find the small shops if you don't know where to go. Yeah, but again, Googling should help you to find a good shop in your area. But you have to be very good at using Google to try and find a decent shop. And with the small shops, it's hit or miss, because you don't know which small shop is a good one. So I do agree with you there. And Sokop says, my pet refuses to follow me into any dungeon or challenge. Very annoying to lose 15% crit over and over. I've never encountered this bug, as you've probably seen. My pet is always following me. I'm not sure what could be happening. Did you try swapping the pet? Could you try going to your pet shelter and swapping the pet to another one to see if that pet will follow you, and then maybe swapping back to the other one, to the main one? And Eddie UK says, I'm going with Overclockers, who I trust. Yeah, Overclockers are good. I've heard good stuff about them when reading stuff online. So I haven't heard, I've actually read it, not heard it. So you were told the package was damaged. Interesting. I wonder what might have happened. And Keep in, thank you very much for the follow, Keep in. Welcome to the Struck Club. Nice having you here. Keepin is an interesting name. I wonder if Keepin cares about his EP insides, such as the badges in the ridiculous dungeon for this game. The Fazier dungeon. Welcome indeed, welcome. Keep in. Keep in is keeping it real. But yeah, Eddie, as long as you got full refund, then that's exceptional customer service. So I definitely can see why you would trust the same company if they've given you full refunds for something that never reached you. Obviously, it wasn't your fault when those things got damaged or lost or whatever. So at least that's good. At least you know they've got good customer service, and when there's something at fault, they would refund stuff. I also used to be like that. There was one company where I would buy all my stuff for like over 10-15 years, and so whenever we buy stuff it would be from there. But that company now doesn't exist anymore, so I've been experimenting when ordering PC parts from other places that offer decent prices in my country. My last few PC parts have been from the same place, but the next ones would be from a different one, because for example the PC case I want to get, it's a Be Quiet PC case. It doesn't exist in the store I got my SSDs and CPU from. And when it comes to the memory, there's almost nowhere in my city the type of memory I want. I want a 16CL 3600 frequency. So 3600 frequency, timing CL16, DDR4 with Samsung, what was that called? SDI or something like that. I forgot the term. I've got it somewhere on my other browser, that technology, because it's good with AMD chipsets and stuff, from what I heard. But at least for RAM purchasing, I'm a bit far away from that. First is the new case, so I can actually use my camera when streaming properly. Okay, that's good. That's good. And Fun Horror says patches tomorrow, right? Can't find the notes anywhere. It should be today. It should be today within an hour or two. At least that's how I think it will be. Let's see. Announcements. Mayhem Monday. Oh yeah, actually it's Monday today. Pardon me. I thought it's Tuesday. I thought it's Tuesday, so it's Monday today. Yeah, it should be tomorrow. For a moment I thought it's Tuesday, and I was telling Kedrick on Steam chat that the patch would be today. Sorry Kedrick, I misled you, Kedrick. I thought it was Tuesday already. I'm already one day ahead. But yeah, the patch should be tomorrow. And I don't think they've posted the patch notes. They would post the patch notes on the day of patching. Sometimes Bean would post the patch notes in the patch notes channel, but the patch notes channel doesn't seem to have those notes at the moment. In any case, let's go here. Let's go here. Let's put that point. I want to get that white skills damage buff. I'm gonna be rocking the holy boat for a while. Mactar's Cove. Let's go, Mactar's. And Kedrick says, I also need a new case. Remember we talked yesterday, you got the tape. Yeah, I got duct tape on it. Not just duct tape. Duct tape and a little bit of cardboard from boxes. In one of the places where there's supposed to be a fan. so that dust doesn't come in through that hole. So yeah, my PC case right now is like an abomination, but it's on the floor. It's not somewhere where I look at it. I don't care about aesthetics when it comes to my PC case. I'm not showing off my PC case, and I won't be showing it off on my stream. In fact, if I could save some bucks by removing RGB from some parts, I would prefer to. For example, let's say some company is selling a non-RGB version of their RAM sticks. I would prefer to buy the cheaper non-RGB version without heat sinks, because heat sinks, you won't need them unless you're doing some overclocking, and RAM sticks right now wouldn't need the heat sinks if you run them stock like I will. So if I could buy a cheaper, just bare bones just bare bones memory, I would actually do it. Okay, should I keep the shock one-handed or go for this one? Let's move on. Ed is having a full new system, and his current PC will be turned into a HD PC, changing in that case and only have the one HD. What does HD PC mean? Do you mean for a streaming PC or for a media center? But yeah, today's Monday. I thought it was Tuesday. For the whole day I thought it was Tuesday. Until now I realized it's actually, oh yeah, it's not Tuesday, it's Monday. Sometimes it happens. I've been busy editing all day. I woke up around 1 in the afternoon. Or 12 something, I can't remember. And since then, after breakfast, I've been editing. Of course, with some recording before that. And it's already 8 p.m. I started streaming around 7:30, so I've been doing editing and recording and all of that for like 7 hours, I guess, today. So that's why I kind of probably lost track of time, of the date and everything. Actually, why shouldn't I just rush this quest? Let's rush this quest. I don't need to fight every single enemy on my way. But maybe just the elites, But I was pleasantly surprised how fun playing that Realmaster build felt. The Mayhem Slammer, the Acid Slammer with the Egg of Mayhem. So much poison, so little resistances. Okay, I could use the resistance. I could use the resistance here. And now we got the 20% light skills damage. You know what? I'm gonna go for max level Holy Bolt and eventually switch to Absolver or Holy Fury. But for now, I'm just gonna use max level Holy Bolt. It's gonna be good for melting bosses. It's good single target damage. Oh, HTPC means home theater PC. Okay, so like a media server, media PC. Nice. Strux custom case. I wanna check this one. Give me a moment. I'm gonna open it on my browser after this fight. Strux custom case. Did you just look up duct tape PC case? Cardboard duct tape. Let's see. I'm gonna open this. Oh, okay. That actually sounds fancier than me. Much fancier than my PC case. So yeah, that looks like a weird case. To those of you who are wondering, let me quickly show you on stream. Although it's kind of stretching the images, but yeah, that's a nice one that you've linked. Yeah, those are some weird PC cases and things like that. All right, enough of this. Enough of this. Let's remove it and go back to the game. That was for the people watching on YouTube that don't have the Twitch chat link, so they can see what we are talking about. Alright, I'm gonna go grab the next waypoint and then teleport to McTire's Cove. Man, I'm so used to pressing my thumb button for reload when I don't have shadow step charges. Playing too much sharpshooter will do that to you. You would start pressing your reload hotkey on a Dusk Mage. And in my case, my reload hotkey is now bound as a Sword Smash on this hero. So if you're wondering why is he using Sword Smash in the middle of nowhere when there's no enemies, it's just muscle memory from playing too much on my sharpshooter. Keepin says he spent more time watching my YouTube channel than playing. I'm actually happy to hear that you're watching my videos for this long time. Thank you very much to everyone who's watching yet again. I do like to say it whenever I remember to. I do appreciate it. And he's also saying keep posting, and yes, I will keep posting. As long as I get the items I need for the builds I want to play, I will keep them coming. I will keep those builds coming on a regular basis. And not just builds. Not just builds. Other stuff as well. Okay, let's go to the town and buy some potions maybe. You got Torchlight too, nice. Yeah, Torchlight 2 with mods is pretty decent. Pretty decent game knowing how many mods, various different types of mods are there. And it's good to hear that you being a newbie have found something to help you in my videos. Okay, 40 seconds. 40 seconds. Well, let's wait for my pet to return maybe. Or maybe just buy some potions and just go. Keeping my potions restocked. Oh wait, I haven't talked to the NPC over here.
Thank you again, adventurer. I hope I can return the favor one day. The Netherim? As a matter of fact.
Keeping is playing on the Switch. Well, everyone's been reporting, not everyone, but a lot of people have been reporting bad FPS. I'm assuming it's like that for everyone. Bad FPS on every console so far. I wouldn't say the Torchlight 3 master. Because I'm not your typical meta player. I'm not the one that you would see reaching the end of the Fazir's dungeon, because I don't play to reach things like that and to do records. I'm not the type of person that would do records. I'm more of a informer kind of a streamer, the guy that tries to know things and to be able to provide information and to make guides and help people figure out some stuff. There's definitely people who are much better at using my own builds than I am, for example. So I might make a build that's decent, but I might not be the best person to play it. Or someone might take a build of mine and improve it and make it better, make it their own version of my build. And I like that. I like when things like that happen, when someone is using my stuff as a base and making it better and improving it, making their own version. Normally when I make builds, I don't try to make them meta. That's not my goal when I make a build. My goal is to make something that's fun to play. Something that I can enjoy playing as a build. But yeah, it's nice to hear that you think so. Even though I don't think I'm a Torchlight 3 master myself, it's still nice to hear that someone thinks so. Grim Joe says, what do you think about Realmaster's Torque Swing versus Spike Drive? I'm not a fan of Torque Swing. I don't know, every time I tried Torque Swing it was underwhelming. But I like that it has a pulling effect. What I don't like is that I think the skill should be a leap attack. I said it multiple times in my stream. I think it should be an attack where you start... I think it should be... If you've played Scatter Shot on the Sharpshooter, basically you hold the button to charge it, and once you've reached the limit of the charge you unleash it. And I think that's what it should be, a leap attack jump that should allow you to jump through obstacles the same way teleporting from here to here works. And you should charge it, hold the button down, charge it until it's fully charged, or release it earlier, and based on how much you charge it to do more damage. So you should start spinning the hammer next to you on your side, left side, right side, or whatever, and then just use that inertia, the momentum, to propel you and to do a leaping smash or whatever. This is how I think this skill should be. I don't really like its current animation. I love I love the vacuum effect though. I love skills that pull enemies together, like a Condemned Crusader kind of style, like Vortex Bomb. So that's the only thing I like about it, and I like the passive. The tier 2 passive of Torque Swing is pretty nice on Slammer builds for extra crits. So there's that to consider too. But yeah, I would love Torque Swing to be a torque jump or whatever, to give that that class an extra mobility skill, and then to get an extra mobility skill to the Forge too, so they can catch up in mobility to the Sharpshooter and Dusk Mage, because Dusk Mage has Luminous Run and Shadow Step, 2 mobility skills. Sharpshooter has 1 mobility skill but has Revolt. And right now the Realmaster and Forged are falling behind on mobility. The Realmaster at least has a movement speed buff. The Forged doesn't have a movement speed buff after using his mobility skill, so both classes could use an extra mobility skill. And I think Torque Swing is a missed opportunity for such a skill. I guess they just wanted to do a ranged attack on the Slammer 3, a second ranged attack, to not be just what's it called, flying pigs. That's probably what they had in mind. They wanted to have this hammer throw kind of skill, but I'm not a big fan of it, not really digging it, not feeling the Torque Swing vibe. Spirit Well 1 point. I want the defense. I really want the defense there. I want this defense too. I will have a lot of fun when I make a basic attack build on the Dusk Mage. I'm gonna need to find a good Digitus or a Great Sword. Ideally a Digitus. At level 60, good blue Digitus would be my go-to weapon. EduK says the classes and builds are not set in stone. You can change it, like Struck says, you can do how you want it. Oh yeah, many things are not set in stone, but for now certain things are. There are certain things that are set in stone. Because they wanted to do all the reworks and major changes before the game launches. So for now they're not planning any major reworks other than reworking the Forged. That we know of course. With game development, if something just doesn't feel right to the community, there's always the chance of the developers changing things. Even after the game has launched. But yeah, Torchlight is one of the most underplayed skills. As per developer statistics from a few weeks ago, from a month ago, when they were talking on one of the Mayhem Mondays. I think Michael mentioned that Torchlight is one of the least played Realm Master skills. Okay, I've got this light skills bonus damage. Should I get this one to level 3 or maybe get this one now leveled up? Oh, 80, tomorrow's your birthday? Nice, a 3-course dinner. 3-course dinner sounds pretty nice. Well, if I catch you on stream tomorrow, I will make sure to wish you a happy birthday. I don't think it's good to wish someone happy birthday before their birthday, but if I don't, just remember Struck is wishing you happy birthday tomorrow. Just try to remember. I'm not superstitious, but some people are superstitious and don't like someone to tell them happy birthday one day before it. But yeah, enjoy your 3-course dinner. And Guillermo Gomte says, doesn't the game feel too repetitive to you? Well, doesn't every game feel too repetitive in the genre? Doesn't Path of Exile feel too repetitive? Doesn't Diablo Rifting feel too repetitive? I mean, that's mostly what it is. Yeah, the game is very, very bare bones in regards to the end game. But when I'm rifting in Diablo, it feels just as equally repetitive. When I'm doing maps in Path of Exile, it feels equally repetitive. When I'm doing Shattered Realms in Grim Dawn, it feels equally repetitive. Thankfully, in those games I mentioned, there's at least something other than the rifting mapping to do, where in this game you only have the Fazier's dungeon or leveling. Mapworks doesn't count, because Mapworks is basically Fazier without the affixes. But yeah, in Grim Dawn you have many other activities like roguelike dungeons, nemesis enemies, Crucible, Ubers like the Ravager and the Avatar of Mod Grogan and things like that. And in Path of Exile you have other types of content as well. Every league there's that new type of content introduced. But yeah, for a game that just launched, to have one type of endgame, it's not a big sin. It's not like it's not bad to have one type of endgame. Ideally, I would prefer to have at least 2 types of endgame. So I was always saying that if the game launches with only one endgame activity, it wouldn't be really good, and most people would quit within the first couple of weeks or 3 weeks. And it really did happen like that. The majority of people stopped playing because they got bored with just the Fazir. And I just know what people expect nowadays. Nowadays everyone expects a game to have more content than games that have been out there for ages. For me, the perfect sweet spot of how much endgame activities a game needs to have when it launches is two. Two types of endgame, completely different experience in each of the activities. For example, a survival mode and a rifting mode. That for me would feel different. So if I compare Crucible in Grimdown with Shattered Realms, if I were to compare the arena in Last Epoch with the Monolith of Fates in Last Epoch, see, Last Epoch has done it exactly the way I would expect a game to do it before it launches. Although I'm not a big fan of the arena because it's endless, but they did have those two types of activities that are completely different from each other, which I think a game needs to have when launching. So if the game had 1 or 2 more months before launch and maybe launched around Christmas, I think it would have been much better. They might have been able to squeeze another endgame activity by December. But maybe they had some deadlines set from the publisher, I don't know. I don't know why they thought it's good to launch the game with just the Fazir. I was expecting this game to launch around December with what was in the game, and I said it multiple times in my stream. Oops, okay, might as well do that map. I said multiple times in my stream that it won't be good for this game to launch with just the Fazir dungeon. It can keep you busy for a while, and if you're not a player like me who doesn't do much endgame and prefers to just level up new heroes to test new builds, if you're not that type of player, if you're someone who likes to spend hundreds of hours on the same character, you're gonna get bored very quickly in Torchlight 3 right now. But if you wanna take advantage of the immense build variety the game offers you, then it's not gonna be repetitive, because you're at least gonna be doing the repetitive things on different builds. So there's gonna be a little bit of variety to the repetitiveness. And that's my way of coping with the lack of endgame variety. Constantly trying new builds, constantly switching my heroes and things like that. Let's see if I've missed any other comments in chat. AD says I should be online about 4 PM GMT for my stream of Dragon Age Inquisition. Oh, you're gonna be streaming Dragon Age Inquisition, pretty nice. If I'm not editing or streaming, I might stop by for your birthday. But yeah, enjoy your birthday tomorrow, AD. And Guillermo says, thanks for your opinion. It just feels like all bosses are the same. Well, do you mean the act bosses? Do you mean the 3 act bosses, Sadista, Brow, and Tordark? Because those are a bit different to me. But I'm not a big fan of either of those 3 bosses, honestly. As for White Vault and the one that's a clone of White Vault, maybe it feels very similar. But every boss has different spells and attacks. From what you can see, every boss has some sort of different spell or attack. I mean, you can see Kronk has charging and White Vault has charging, so that's like a similarity. And when you see certain affixes stacking each other, maybe that might feel similar. Should I do this now? But I can see how the game could feel like the bosses are very similar. In general, there's a lot of RNG involved with bosses and stuff. And I've played a lot in Ridiculous, I just don't like leveling up my heroes in Ridiculous. It takes much longer to complete the whole story, and I've done it tens of times already. I've done it so many times that it's just boring for me to play on Ridiculous when leveling new heroes. I play Ridiculous once I max out my hero, and when my gear is good enough for Ridiculous. It's not smart to play on Ridiculous when your gear is not up for the challenge. You're just prolonging your playthrough, and you're just making it a torture. And I don't play games to torture myself. So I'd rather play on normal, where I don't have a handicap and I can just speed through the story. Ridiculous is good for when I gear up my hero. When I think I'm ready for Ridiculous, I always switch. You can see the builds I'm uploading. The majority of the builds, probably 90% or 80% of them, have mostly Ridiculous footage. Sometimes I would include Ridiculous and practice footage for a build, just for people to see the difference. To see the real damage. The one that you do in normal and practice, that's the real damage, without the handicap. How many more goblins? 210. I've got 150. Okay. Let's try and kill 60 goblins quickly. I'm not gonna use my sword smash, because I'm trying to preserve energy for the boss fight. Wow, basic attacks are nice on that great sword. Should I try a bit of... Oh, I'm level 20 already? Nice. I don't want to switch to Absolver yet. I'm gonna switch to Absolver later. For now, I'm gonna try something. Let's try 1 point here. And yet, if dungeons you get a boss and they're all pretty... Yeah, most of the time the end of map dungeon bosses would be easy. But they won't be as easy if you have a shittily optimized build. If you go to the later stages of the Fazir's dungeon and your build is not very well optimized, you're gonna probably have a bad time and notice that they may not be that easy. Where did he go? Oh, okay. That's where he went. Just messing with basic attacks for now. What's the chance? At level 1, the chance is... chance on basic hit to flame shockwave 5%, and this goes up to 25%. I'm wearing the Celestial Cuirass right now. Am I? Yeah, I am. Okay. So let's probably put Ebon Grasp here for now. Yeah, playing on Ridiculous for leveling is very time inefficient, and Estrio, I can agree with you there. Normal is perfect, even hard is not a bad one. If you have some spare Wobby items in your stash that you can switch every 5-6 levels, even hard is not that bad, but painful and ridiculous are just not efficient for leveling. If you care about your batch, sure, do them. But if you don't care about the batch, you're better off switching to normal or even hard. It's not that bad. Probably gonna replace Consecration with Damnation for the basic attack version, but for the ranged attack version I'm not gonna. I'm gonna make two builds out of this guy. One of them would be like a new version of the Pyromancer with different skills. Maybe a Mayhem build, we'll see. The other one would definitely be a Mayhem basic attack build, the second build I make with this one. The second would be basic attack with giant swings like the ones right now. Either with Digitus or with a Greatsword, whatever I find at level 60 with good rolls. And I would be using the giant swings to keep regenerating energy, so I can keep using Sword Smash, so I can keep using Summoning Smash quicker. It's gonna be that type of a build than the other one. So I kind of already have some sort of a plan for the two builds. There we go. Alright, nice. I love how the mage is swinging the greatsword. It just, there's something very satisfying of seeing that mage doing those swings. Another Vitality Extractor. The game is telling me play Holy Fury. I mean, that's Vitality Extractor number 4 to drop for me since I started this hero. It's like the game really wants me to play Holy Fury. Come on, game, why do you want me to play Holy Fury, game? And the best relic for Dusk Mage, I won't say there is a best relic. It depends what you want. If you want damage, Electrode and Flaming Destroyer are the best. If you want survivability, there's the Blood Drinker for healing, there's the Bane for defenses. So either of those is good for defense. There's a little bit of defense you can get from Cold Heart, but not real defense, more like ignored damage from it. Radiant Blast. I mean, I am losing defense, but not much anyways. Unholy Bolt, Cloak of Flames. Shadow Step. But no defense. Alright, let's send my pet to sell stuff. And Flade says, hi, sorry, I'm not native English. I have a question. I feel like I'm stuck on hard on level 57 forever. Is it normal that it takes so long to 60, or is there a faster method? The best method to level up would be to go in the Fazir dungeon on a Gauntlet map. Gauntlet map is a map with endless respawns. They increased like a month or so, sometime before launch, they increased the XP curves. So level 60 used to take a total XP here of 4600. Now level 60 takes 5600 XP. I mean, from 57 to 58 you probably need, if you're not doing gauntlet maps, 4 or 5 maps. And to get levels 59 to 60 you probably need another 4, 5, 6, maybe 7 maps. It may not sound like much, but it might be boring. Yeah, it definitely might be boring. If you play on ridiculous, you're gonna get more champions. More champions means more XP. So even though you don't get more XP on the harder difficulties, you do get more champions and you do get more XP, but it takes you longer time to clear those champions. So whether it's best to level up on the harder difficulty remains a question. It's a matter of how optimized your build is. If at 57 you have level 60 items from a previously played hero, and you have your build very well optimized with the perfect items in the legendarium and so on, you can probably reach level 60 in an hour and a half, even an hour, from 57 to 60. If you have good gear and a decently optimized build, which is not always the case. In most cases it isn't like that. So I don't have healing, shit. And my pet? Where is my pet? Come on, pet, heal me. Okay, he healed. Come on, come on. I'm gonna clear the trash mobs a little. Okay, got her. Now let's go to the clear passage. I'm gonna check some comments. If I missed and didn't reply your chat message, be patient. I will. Sorry if I missed a message. I tried to scroll up and down the chat in between boss fights, in between combat. So Kedrick said, "Is there guilds in this game? What is the name under your name?" What? The name under your name? That is your account name. I've disabled that. I've disabled account names. Show profile names overhead. So the name at the bottom is the character. The name at the top is the profile. So I've disabled those. So you can see only one name. You can only see the character name on my screen. Kedrick also said, "What's the name in blue under your name?" I guess that's the same question, just again. So let me see if I've missed. My game mode is in Windows. Game mode turned on in Windows. I'm not sure what that is. Game mode in Windows. Is that from the power management settings? And Keepin says, you have 910 XP to earn to complete level 21. I got 2000 to complete level 4. Wait, 2000 to complete level 4? That doesn't sound right. It shouldn't be 2000 to do level 4. There is something terribly wrong there. You might want to make a screenshot and report this over here at Note. Note is where you can report bugs. How can I see Gauntlet maps? And yes, I'm running dungeons only. In order to see Gauntlet maps, you just have to click on the cards until something with Gauntlet appears. It's random, it's not always there. So you're not gonna be always able to see a Gauntlet map. In fact, most of the cases there most likely wouldn't be a Gauntlet map to pick. So it's tough, it doesn't happen all the time. Wait. Okay. I think I can get rid of this one too. And what's my quest? Maktar's Cove. I'm gonna drink some water in the meantime and see if I missed any other comments. Kerry says, okay, I gotcha, thanks. Just game mode itself. I'm still not sure what game mode is, but in any case, I'm definitely not using it if I don't know what it is. Wow, all the triggered tutorial messages.
We must stop this sadista. It's likely she's operating out of the Hyvid capital, and our way is blocked by a miasma.
Let's see over here.
The foul.
Oh, I just realized I need potions. Always have potions. What have we next? Acrid Plains. Oh, Acrid Plains is a very good place to catch up on your levels. I normally mention this when I'm leveling up a hero. When I reach Acrid Plains, I remember to tell people, if you're falling behind on your levels, which you might, if you're playing on normal or practice, you might find yourself fighting enemies that are higher level than you. If you see something like this, the best thing to do would be either to run a Mapworks portal, one of those, or to repeat a certain zone. And Acrid Plains is a perfect zone to repeat, because there's a lot of density, it's very good. Another one that's good, with decent straightforward design, is one of the zones nearby. I'm gonna show you. I think it was Bogwood or something like that. I'm gonna check it once it loads up. It's that one after the Frag Master. After the Frag Master, the zone that you reach is Bugswat Burrow. Bugswat Burrow is pretty decent. So if you find yourself falling behind levels, you can redo this zone. Like go to character selection and go back and redo it. It's a very straightforward map. You can just keep going forward with a little bit of a T-junction in one spot. There's also a lot of phase beasts if you like phase beasts. I don't really like them because there's just too many loading screens and stuff like that. 2 extra loading screens for just a boss and a chest. When leveling, I'm not a fan of the phase beast portals. Only when I need Wifebound Scrolls. If I need Wifebound Scrolls, I would definitely go in that phase beast portal. And when leveling up, you better Wifebind at least your weapons. That's one of my hints to newbies. Wifebind your weapons. Try to keep a spare weapon like I do. But try to Wifebind whatever weapon you're running with. And since there's not as many wivebound scrolls when leveling up, I only do it with weapons. I don't do it with my armor until later on in the game, when I have spare armor. Ancestral Grove. Can I teleport? I don't think I can from exactly this point. I should be able to do it like this though. Oh, waypoint. Let's get it. And Flay says, oh, and is this a bug? I still have a tutorial open. Place armor on in hideout. What? Hideout? There is no hideout. Armor room in hideout. Armor room. That might be a bug. Armor room in the fort. There is no... you mean armory. Place an armory in the fort. That's probably a bug, because there is no armory. Is it asking you to place an enchanting altar, a skill station maybe? I'm not sure exactly what it is. Maybe it's bad translation and it might say armory. Is your game in English? If your game is in English, then you might try and write it letter for letter. If it's in another language, I'm not sure. Maybe it could be a case of bad translation. And let me see, if you go to Windows settings, there's a section called gaming. Click that. There's game mode. Let me gaming. Oh, game mode settings. Oh, game mode is on for me, apparently. Apparently it is. And Flay says to Rahu that he got it after a campaign. Enchanting table you get, yeah, enchanting table is something you get after level 46, after you finish the story. Basically you can't find enchanting items, like items with a socket, until level 47. If an enemy is level 46 or lower, it's not gonna drop items with sockets. So you don't need the enchanting table other for dismantling items. I'm not a big fan of how they did it. I think they should have let us have the enchanting table to just dismantle items. It wasn't like that before. That was a new change. But again, it's much better if you let people disenchant items, dismantle items for essence in the early levels and give them the enchanting altar earlier. But then people would be wondering, why am I not getting enchanted gear? So maybe that's why they decided to just not give us the enchanting table until we start getting gear with sockets. I did like it the way it was before, when I could enchant my items while leveling up. Basically their logic behind making the enchantment something for endgame was, as they said in their words, people were not using it as much as we wanted, or something like that, for the enchanting system while leveling up. I constantly kept enchanting my weapons. If I had a weapon or an armor with enchant sockets while leveling up, I constantly would make sure that it's enchanted, because it was extra damage, it was extra defense. It helped. It helped a little bit, so I did like it more before. It's one of those things that no one asked for, but we got anyways. Another one on this list of things no one asked for, but we got anyways in this game. I'm wondering if it's the same person making those changes. If all those changes, all those things that no one asked for but we got anyways, are ideas of the same mind. That's just something I personally am wondering. Alright, let's see. Damage to basic attacks. And more damage with basic attacks. If only I had a Digitus with basic attack stuff. Although damage to basic attacks doesn't seem to work, you know. I'm gonna show you quickly. So, this is a sword. You can see here it says 110% weapon damage. But if I get another sword, it's also gonna be 110% weapon damage. Even though this one gives me 39% weapon damage. And now let's equip this 48.5% weapon damage. Boom, 87% basic attack. But this doesn't change this. This should change. And that's why I can easily tell that basic attack damage doesn't work on weapons and offhands. Very easy way to tell. Because that percentage down there should actually increase. When you get the basic attack stronger.
I'm speaking to you through the gem on my alpaca's collar. One of the very gems you reclaimed.
But yeah, armory. I'm not sure what even armory is. That seems like a bug to me. That seems like a bug to me, and I think I've read something similar before about an armory bug. The best thing to do is just report it. If it already has been reported, let me just check it for you. I'm gonna check it. I'm gonna share my screen, and let's see if there is a bug already reported. Place an armory in your fort. Okay, that's a very old bug. That's probably a few months ago. 4 months ago. I can't find this item anywhere. Do you mean wardrobe? It's under functional second tab, I believe. So basically they need to rename this. Try and place a wardrobe. Try and place a wardrobe. Maybe they need to change the wording from armory to wardrobe. It has been archived, so but yeah, that's my suggestion to you. Try and place one of your wardrobes, and that probably would help. So go to storage, and under storage then look for wardrobes and place one of them and see if it works. And it's not functional, it should be under storage. If it's wardrobe, it should be under storage. So I hope we managed to sort it for you. And Marvin is back. Welcome back, Marvin. He's saying, hey Struck, do you know if Cold Front is bugged? It doesn't seem to do damage. And Snowstorm does about 3 ticks of damage and then it stops doing damage even though it's still active. That's strange. I haven't played since the wipe. I haven't played Cold Front, Snowstorm. I haven't played Cold Heart. So I'm gonna need to check it for myself later, but it's not gonna be soon. It's not gonna be soon. My next relic most likely would be a Blood Drinker. It could be Blood Drinker Forged. It could be something else. We'll see. But my next hero should be Forged. So my next hero would be either a Cold Heart Forged or a Blood Drinker Forged. One of the two. Because that's the 2 relics I still haven't done after the wipe. And that's the hero I haven't done after the wipe yet. The Forged. I'm avoiding doing the Forged, so maybe I'm not gonna do Forged until they rework it. So I don't have builds on YouTube after the wipe that are before the rework of the Forged. Maybe it's gonna be better to just give them some time and wait and not play Forged and make builds for it yet. And maybe I can just do another Sharpshooter or another Realm Master or Mage after this one. We'll see. But I do need to level up a Forge for another reason, but again, that other reason also would be better to get it reworked first before I do it. But yeah, I don't know what's happening there. It didn't used to be broken. Cold Front used to do damage. Snowstorm used to be broken where it did 0 damage. No, it didn't do 0, it did 1 damage. Every time it did a tick it was 1 damage. But I never paid attention whether every single tick actually procs. So that's also something that needs to be tested, I guess, from me. Nerd Gamer says Fazir dungeon challenges are broken. What do you mean by they're broken? In what way? Oh, this way. Yeah, you can find all the wood and you can't find all the enemies needed to complete certain quests. I can agree there. Sometimes there isn't a boss. I mean, I've reported a bunch of those. I've reported a big number of those being broken. But if you see one of those, please report it. Hopefully with the patch tomorrow they're gonna fix everything, but there are still chances that there will be some that are still not fixed. Some map seeds. It's normally with bones and with spider quests, where the items are never enough. Normally it's either bones or spider quests. At least from my personal observation, those are the ones that are broken the most. I'm gonna push. Face, I'm glad I was able to help you. It definitely was confusing. I mean, armory. Armory doesn't suggest wardrobe. It definitely doesn't suggest wardrobe. I mean, if you're gonna call it armory, then call it armory. If you're gonna call it wardrobe, call it wardrobe everywhere. It's just not nice when they're using different words for the same thing. Wow, how did this miss? Let's see. I'm gonna rush forward to the boss fight. No, it's not here. It's the other way. Right, harmonic form. Let's kill this guy now. Ah, I don't have potions. Don't die. Don't die, hero. Pet, heal me. Pet, pet. The pet doesn't want to heal. Alright, nice. That moment when you run out of potions. Thankfully it was after the fight. Let's just get rid of this for now. Oh, a new greatsword. No more chance to shock. Well, thankfully I had a respect go. A 5-bound scroll. And Gary is back. Welcome back, Gary. Gary says, whoa, 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 wait a moment. Do I hear a perfectly balanced voice? It's not really perfectly balanced, but okay. You don't have to twist your volume up to the max to hear me. That's strange. I could have used this information before. I mean, normally I try to keep my voice a little bit not too loud, so it doesn't deafen the game. But yeah, hopefully you're hearing the voice well today. I mean, my microphone is probably 3 fingers away from my mouth, so with this microphone I guess that's the best way to use it, to talk as close as possible to the microphone. I'm just trying to get used to not making too much plosives, because I mean, I tried putting the microphone sideways and for the microphone to pick up my voice if I don't talk directly into it, but I guess it's best to just talk directly into it. Maybe I could add a second pop filter. For now my only pop filter is my foam filter, but maybe I can get one of those attachable round metal pop filters. Let's see, what should I level up? I'm gonna keep leveling this one up for harmonic form duration. Let's see. Okay, sorry, I had to mute myself for a moment. So I'm back now. Alright, that should be fine. I'm gonna send my pet to the town, but in fact, instead of sending my pet to the town, I'm gonna go myself and sell some stuff. Maybe buy some stuff as well. Kedrick says, I'ma eat my dinner. I'll be back in like 20 minutes. Alright, Kedrick, eat your dinner. Bon appetit to you. And yeah, Gary, it's a new microphone. It's a new microphone. It's a dynamic vocal microphone. Cheap one, Behringer 8500. Pretty decent for a starter microphone. That's not my headset mic. I still have my headset mic, but yeah, this one I bought what's it called? Audio interface or whatever it's called, USB audio interface, and I'm using this mic. It goes into the USB interface and the USB interface into my PC, and I've got you'll see eventually when I get my camera, you guys would be able to see my setup, I guess. I don't think it sounds that different. Maybe my ears are tone deaf or something. To me it sounds pretty much the same as my old mic when I'm comparing my old recording to the new one. but I can hear a little bit of difference, a little bit, not much. I guess probably my headphones had a decent mic for a headphones mic. But yeah, I'm barely noticing the difference when I'm listening to my playbacks when I'm editing. In fact, I'm having much more trouble now when I'm recording footage for my builds. If I stand too far from my mic like right now, then there's parts of the build videos where I'm talking and I'm moving my head left and right, back and forth, and some parts are not as loud, and then I have to spend unnecessary time increasing the volume of certain bits. I have to cut the video and or the audio, and just increase the volume on specific bits, and it's annoying. I just have to learn to use this mic, to stay close to it when I'm talking and to not move much. This one has a compressor. This one has a compressor button. I can switch it on off. There is a compressor thing, comp or whatever it is. I mean, it's Behringer Xenix 802. It's a very decent starter streamer audio interface. It's not something too advanced, but it does have a high, low, mid EQ. It has gain, it has comp and other stuff like that. JW says basically means is the early quest that you place wardrobe for a character. Oh yeah, this one, yeah. We already managed to figure out that it was the wardrobe thanks to Note, thanks to some information we found on Note. Okay, what else am I selling? Probably gonna sell this as well. I'm probably gonna sell this as well. Maybe this as well. I'm thinking of gambling for certain things like Celestial Helmet, maybe. Celestial Mask. It doesn't want to drop. Alright, let's just go quest. Taps and any future items you get for that tap, they don't exist. I'm not sure what that means. By the way, give me a moment. I need to pour some water into my glass after killing those enemies. I need to just refill my water. Alright, done. Refilled my water, and thank you JPrak for following me on Twitch. Welcome to the Struck Club to you. Appreciate the follow. Alright, I'm just gonna run to Duggo Bug here. I'm not gonna stop to fight unless it's elites or legendary or unique enemy. Flay says, Struck, may I ask you if you do this here for a living or just as a hobby? I do this as a living. I'm trying to make content creation and streaming something I can sustain as a source of income. I don't have any other than, for example, I'm registered on Fiverr. On Fiverr, I've registered myself as a freelancer to do some video editing and things like that, and beta testing. But yeah, for now my plan is to do this full time, and I'm doing it full time. I mean, with the amount of time I spent on editing days to edit, and then on streaming only days to stream, it's definitely not as a hobby, and I've been doing it for quite some time. And I know it takes a while for a channel to grow unless you get super lucky and you go viral in a day. Not everyone has this luck. So I've been doing this since April 2019. I've been playing and streaming this game since April 2019, and it has been my most streamed and played game. I've been doing some Warhammer Chaosbane, some Borderlands 3, and some other games every now and then. Sometimes I would do something that's totally not related to the other games, like when I did Age of Wonders Planetfall. And recently I did Baldur's Gate 3, I did Divinity Original Sin 2, which I didn't complete my playthrough, because I think this game got an update and I went back to it. But yeah, I try to do this full time, and I do it full time. Sometimes I would spend 8-10 hours a day only recording and editing. Those days I would barely stream. There are even days where I've done too much stuff that I don't even have time to stream in some days. Rarely, I try to stream every day. I try to do at least if it's 1 or 2 hours of streaming. And when there are streaming only days when I'm not editing, I might do 10-12 hours of a stream. When Borderlands launched, I did 29 hours stream. When Borderlands launched, September last year, I did a 29-hour stream. That's my personal record. I wanted to do a 24-hour stream, but in the end it ended up being 29. But yeah. And yeah, I don't mind people asking me questions like this. It's what it is. I mean, no point in hiding it. Vape and Bake. Oh, interesting nickname. Thank you very much for the follow on Twitch, Vape and Bake. Really appreciate this. But yeah, thanks to anyone who is watching my content, who is watching my streams. Just watching my content is supporting me when it comes to YouTube. I try to keep it very clean when it comes to ads on Twitch. On Twitch I would only run ads if I go and take a piss or if I really need to go AFK. You're not gonna see me running ads when I'm doing bosses. I'm not the kind of person that would automate ads every 30 minutes or something. Vape and Bake, Vape and Bake, thank you very much for the Prime sub on Twitch. Really appreciate it. Right in the views, dude. Right into views. And it's you, Flace. Thank you, Flace. Thank you very much for the Prime sub. But yeah, as I was saying, you're not gonna see me running ads when I'm doing a boss fight. I know some streamers do it, especially ones with bigger audiences. They do it, they automate their ads every X minutes or every hour or every 2 hours. I'd rather run the ads when I'm ready on Twitch. So I go take a piss, yeah, I can run an ad, because I'm not gonna be on the computer during that time. That's for me acceptable. On YouTube I can't control it. On YouTube I cannot control it other than just telling whether it's post-row, pre-row and things like that. And when it comes to streams, when it comes to my offline content, you're never gonna see post-row ads. You're never gonna see on my content on YouTube ads after the content. I just don't think it's nice to run ads after the content. So I've set YouTube to do the other ones, just not those. But yeah, just watching my content on YouTube means a lot to me. I've noticed recently, since Torchlight 3 launched, increased interest in my channel, and it's a very decent increase, which I really like. And it makes it seem like it's really possible to just do this full time eventually. By full time I mean not full time in hours, full time I mean as a means of living, as you asked. But yeah, enough about this. Let's kill the go buck. And we're getting very close to the middle of this act. So soon we're gonna have to kill Kronk. And I don't think we can finish this act. Maybe we can finish it. I mean, it's 9:20 and I'm probably gonna stream until 10:30, we'll see. I hope I can finish Act 2 by the end of my stream today. And tomorrow is gonna be a big stream. Tomorrow there's no editing planned. So tomorrow is also patch day. So maybe I'm gonna stream and then take a break around patch time for dinner. And then stream again, or maybe I'm gonna stream, take a break around afternoon, eat then, and then keep streaming. We'll see. The patch won't be big. The patch would probably be something that takes a few minutes to patch. It's gonna be big, but it's not gonna be something like 3, 4, 5 gigabytes or something like that. So whenever the patch is tomorrow, I can just pause the game for a moment and patch it, even if it's midstream. But I can't wait to see the new items. I'm very excited. It's been a very long time since we had a new set in the game. And mind you, this set will be synergy with the relics. And I've been asking for some items with relic skill synergies. So I can't wait to see what they've come up with. Oh, Dark Spears, Holy Fury. I keep getting Holy Fury stuff. I really need to make a Holy Fury build. With all the Holy Fury damage things I'm getting. I'm gonna save this. Let's just do it like that. Anything I'm missing? Yeah, the chest. Let's see if I missed some comments. And I really am glad to think that Vape and Bake thinks that the Prime Sub is better suited to me than big channels. Thanks for thinking so. Again, I just saw this comment, and the other one is I hope they update the game and people keep interest in it for your channel. Again, I'm not gonna only stream this game. My next game I'm gonna stream will be Cyberpunk 2077. So Torchlight 3 might be the main game I make content for, but I can't play the same game for too long without taking a break every once in a while. Because I want to play other games, and when I'm playing, I'm trying to stream. I'm trying to do as little playing without streaming as possible. So there's very rare cases where I would play something without streaming it, and that's when there's NDAs, or when I'm recording footage for a video or something like that. But yeah, Cyberpunk 2077 is what I'm super excited about this year. I think I'm not the only one. I mean, the game went, what was it, platinum? Did it go platinum a month ago, 2 months ago? And I'm not sure what platinum means. Is that a million copies sold before the game even launched? You're gonna play it on Series X. Oh boy, that's gonna be some smooth gameplay there on Series X. Next gen consoles and Cyberpunk will be fun. I for example can't play shooter games with gamepad. I just haven't played much shooter games with gamepad, so I guess I'm just not used to it. It's not my my kind of thing, I guess. Eddie asked if he's related to Shake and Bake. Shake and Bake seems like a decent name. Is that another channel or a person?
Take a chance. Spend some coin.
Sounds pretty decent. Alright, let's talk to Zaya. See what the quest is about. Now let's talk to this guy. And now Murky Miasma. But yeah, Cyberpunk, or more like Cybertruck 2077, GTA 2077. There's a lot of trucking gonna be happening there. You have no problem with it. Normally a PC gamer, but all this stuff is getting more expensive. It's not that I don't have that money, but that money could be put better. Yeah, I guess, exactly. And with the console, this console is probably gonna be good enough for a few years before they make a new generation, before they need the upgrade. See, people are already reporting that this game is running bad on the old generation consoles. on PlayStation 4, on Xbox One, and on the current Switch generation. And I don't see why this game is so demanding to not be able to run it. But again, those are old consoles already. It's been a while since they released, so I can understand why maybe a new generation console would be needed. And it's nice to know that when you start the console, you expect most games to be optimized and to run well for that console, or if it's the latest generation. PCs can be super expensive. Honestly, if you wanna make high-end PC, you're looking at least what, $2,500-3,000 maybe for like super high-end, top-of-the-line PC. And even that's not gonna be really top of the line. There's always gonna be something that you can add to make it better. But I think 2,500-3,000 bucks or euro is definitely enough to give you the current, probably the best GPU. Although, okay, let's not say about the best GPU, because the best GPU right now is $1,500 just for the GPU. So let's say instead of 3090, let's say 3080. 3080, then you get a good AMD CPU, for example, and you get some 32 gigs of RAM, and you get some NVMe SSD, and you get oh shit, I didn't want to enter here. You get a good power supply and stuff like that, and yeah, you're probably looking at 2,500-3,000 bucks. But with the new console, that's like what, $500 to get the new consoles. So you're looking at 5-6 times less. So I can definitely agree why those new generations of consoles are super attractive to people. And it's the comfort of playing it from the couch, for example. Although it's not like you can't play a PC from the couch. My bad, I forgot to buy potions. Started the boss fight without potions. So you've always went for $2,000 PC, 144 Hz and all that stuff. And 80 UK spent 3K quid. And then 80 says my new PC will use my current GPC and sound card. Nice. And Vape and Bake says, but yeah, I don't know, all the launcher on PC, launches on PC those days, just sick of all of it. Yeah. I can agree. I mean, it's a little. Sometimes simplicity is nice. Torchlight 3, for example, is a nice case of where things can be simple, but still decent. I mean, it's not the simplicity of the game that people are not liking, or at least for me, it's not the simplicity of Torchlight 3 I don't like. It's the lack of certain things, the lack of variety in certain areas that I don't like. Okay, and now I didn't take the portal from Murky Miasma. Interesting. But yeah, I agree. He's saying more work in real life, more work and less time to game, so why spend that much? Exactly. For example, for me, streaming and gaming is my work, content creation and things like that. So for me, spending is actually making my life easier. It's making it easier to export videos. For now, every time I'm upgrading my PC, I'm looking at it from a content creator's point of view, not from just a gamer's point of view. I was thinking, okay, what's bottlenecking my streams and exports right now before my first upgrade? And I said, okay, I need a new CPU, and I replaced my i5 with a 3700, which was decent for the price. I got a decent boost in my exporting speeds. and my streaming has become with better frame rates. I mean, not better frame rates, but with better bit rates. So definitely an improvement as a content creator there. And the next thing I was looking for is, okay, what's another good thing I could invest in? I decided to invest into SSDs next. And it was definitely worth it. I noticed some improvements in exporting speeds after getting new SSDs and things like that. And now the next thing I think I need to upgrade is the GPU and the RAM to improve my content and to improve the progress and how quickly I can make my content. It's only gonna increase the export times and other things like that, but still, export times is definitely nice. When I export, for example, when I was doing my newbie guide, the Ultimate Torchlight 3 newbie guide, that was 3 videos. One of them 40 something minutes, the other one 30 something minutes, the other one 20 something minutes, and I placed them on a queue. From Adobe Media Encoder, and that took probably hour and a half to export. With a better GPU and some RAM, that might have been an hour instead of hour and a half. So definitely thinking of improving those things. But to someone who is only playing every now and then after work, I can see how spending less because there's less time to play games, as you said it. The consoles would be very tempting. Again, different people with different needs would prefer to spend their money on different aspects. Oh wait, I need to get this waypoint. You never know what's gonna happen. Damn, I can't go back there. Fuck it, I'm just gonna go forward without getting the waypoint. Wow. Right, got this one. And there's some new messages I've not seen. Nerd Gamer saying it's taking too long for level after 50. Oh, wait till you reach 57. Then tell me about taking too long. Yeah, it could take long at certain parts. Not much of an increase, but relic energy generation, extra dark spears levels. I'm gonna do the switch. Yeah, I definitely am not a fan of how they increase the XP curves. If they kept the XP curves the way they were before, you could just level up by doing a fuzzier dungeon level at your level until like 55, 57, maybe until 56, and then from then you might need no more than 2-3 maps. Now you might need 5 or 6 maps of the fuzzier at certain times. I'm actually gonna experiment playing with the Stormblade a little. By the way, I need to feed my pet, and this is exactly what I was talking about, how I don't run ads until there's something that needs to be done. But my pet's been waiting next to me, next to where I give him food for like half an hour, trying to give me a signal. So I'm gonna quickly open up a portal here in case they kill me. Hopefully they don't kill me. And I'm gonna go and give him food. I'm here. It's gonna take like 30-60 seconds. But yeah, I'm gonna run a BRB screen after killing those enemies. So I'm gonna start the BRB screen and I'm coming back, and I'm running some ads on Twitch in the meantime. So let me just feed my pet. Sky, come here. Come here. So I guess I can use my other mic while I'm feeding him, my headset mic, which is here. But yeah, I'm almost done with feeding him. Just a moment. Sky, say hello. He doesn't want to say hello. He's just purring. Okay, I'm muting that mic. All right, back here. I'm back here. So okay. So that's exactly what I was talking about. So when I do need to do AFK, that's when I'm gonna run those things. But I've been postponing because this guy, our cat, is a little bit on the overweight side of things. It might not be really good for him to give him as much food. But the doctors tomorrow, we're taking our pet to the vet tomorrow for a checkup. So they're gonna say if there's a problem, if his weight is the cause for him to have back pain, lower back pain. So tomorrow I might have to split my stream in two to go and pick up Sky from the vet. 'Cause we're gonna leave him in the vet clinic for like 4 hours. And maybe I can start streaming, and then when it's time to go and pick him up, I can stop and then continue streaming afterwards once we get him back. But expect me to start streaming early tomorrow. So my time right now it's 9:38 my time. I can probably start streaming around 10:30 or 11 in the morning after taking the pet to the vet and having my breakfast and everything. So to those of you watching from Asia and Russia and Australia and things like that, maybe you might enjoy that. I'm gonna start streaming earlier tomorrow. And soon I'm gonna replace Consecration with... Whoa! Where did all that damage come from? I'm gonna replace Consecration with Damnation to make them take less damage, at least for the basic attack build. For now I'm playing a basic attack build, but the basic attack build is not gonna be the end build. I'm gonna make 2 end builds. One ranged spellcaster build and one basic attack mayhem build. Right now I'm playing this as the basic attack mayhem build, and I might as well make the mayhem basic attack build the first one out of the two, so I would have less respecking to do. So I might just as well keep leveling this one as a mayhem build. And mayhem builds, I mean builds with this item, Egg of Mayhem. That's what I refer to when I say mayhem build. And I definitely understand AD in his situation when he's full-time sick and needs a hobby that doesn't strain him too much. Gaming could be that hobby as long as you're careful, because gaming can put a strain on the lower back, on the lumbar. Even though my gaming chair has very decent lumbar support, even then, even with that in mind, I still have problems with my lower back due to the constant sitting in front of the chair. But I know things that can help with this. I know things like some yoga stretches and things like that, exercises that can really help in this situation. Wow, this fire starter has as much damage as my Stormblade. And it's a good synergy for sword smash stuff, so okay. I'm gonna use it. Let's see what's gonna drop here. The worst thing is the fire starter is it's a sword. It's not a great sword, and this requires a great sword. I would have liked it if they made the great sword the blood drinker weapon, and sword the flaming destroyer weapon, so the fire starter can actually fit here as a combo. But I understand why they made it so, because they wanted the tanky builds with sword and board to fit better with the blood drinker, and they wanted the great sword more glass cannon builds to fit better with the flaming destroyer. So this is also something I can understand, the logic behind that decision. This is my spare weapon. Okay, we did Kronk. I think I can complete this act. I don't think I need more than 20 minutes to complete the full act 2 and start act 3. So it's gonna be nice if I do it. It's 9:43, so until 10 something we'll see. Does Mayhem cast the same level of skill you have? No. Egg of Mayhem seems to cast level 1 of the other skill, unless it casts your skill. For example, they've made it so that Egg of Mayhem now with Sword Smash can trigger another Sword Smash. And I'm guessing the Sword Smash it triggers is maxed out. I haven't done testing, this is just me guessing. I have to test it later on the dummy, and I will eventually. But I'm pretty sure the other skill will not be maxed out, and I'm pretty sure if it casts chaotic strikes, it's gonna be level 1, because I don't have any points into it. Normally auto-casting in this game works in such a way. If a skill is upgraded and you're auto-casting it, it is high level. But since you can't upgrade other relic skills, it kind of is weird. It kind of makes no sense for it to be stronger with the way it works now. And yeah, Realmaster can use two-hander with Blood Drinker, and Sharpshooter can use a bow. And the Dusk Mage can use a Digitus. And the Dusk Mage can use a Digitus with any relic, and the Sharpshooter can use the bow with any relic. But I meant with the one that's tied to the weapon. The one that's the relic specific weapon, not the class specific. Okay. Wait, why am I killing those? I don't need to. I can just run. And I can send my pet to sell stuff. Almost died there. I'm not sure what did so much damage to me. I guess it's the charge bugs. Maybe they all charged me at the same time. Come on, come on. I need to go buy potions. You would love to do it with a sharpshooter, on a sharpshooter with a sword and shield. Yeah, having to use a mace, but the mace is the fastest attacking, and it makes sense. It's the fastest attacking one-handed weapon, and I think it's faster attacking even than the staff now with some of the reworks. And you get attack speed bonus from the electric relic, so it's an interesting synergy out there. The pet needs 20 seconds. Alright, I'm gonna buy some potions. I like the big potions. And with the money we got from the pet selling, that's 800, can I buy myself something like maybe gauntlets? What's my lowest level? Shoulders. I can buy myself some shoulders. Relic energy cost, crit damage. What's my crit chance? 15% only.
You can't use that skill.
But yeah, we're getting close to the end of this act, so I'm gonna try and push through it. Just gotta collect some of those things. Let's collect this one. Okay, let's move. 2 out of 3. I'm just gonna go for the Corrupt Ember, I'm not gonna stop to fight. Fun Horror says... oh yeah, I already read Fun Horror's message. And Terry the Tank is back. Welcome back, Terry the Tank. How are you today? Taking a lot of damage. What's with all the poison damage being so high? Is my defense this bad? 39% poison resistance, 29 physical. Wow, look at how many there are here. I think I should just kill the ranged ones. I think they're the ones that do most damage to me. Damn, they're endlessly spawning those ranged ones. Look at the damage they're doing. Wow. See, the boss is doing less damage than those other ones. What's next? Hive Capital. Oh, Phoenix token. That's a good find. And more defense. Perfect. I need to find a good shield with good defense. This one is 113. It's not gonna cut it. One more level. Oh, actually I already get this to level 6. Nice. I can afford to remove 1 point from here and put it elsewhere. Eventually I'm gonna go for Absolver or Holy Fury and keep this at tier 2. But for now it's probably better to max out Holy Bolt. And I'm wondering if I should put a point in Ignition Source for now. There is good, got his blood forged to 51. Cleared 8 now, nice. Keep clearing, keep clearing. I hope you're enjoying the blood forged. Are you going for bunches of punches for spin to win or for uppercuts? Or are you doing a ranged build? What type of blood forged are you doing? Shit, this portal. I don't like that the portal spawns where I am instead of where the beast is. But I guess it's to prevent bugs from happening, maybe. You're also gonna... Kedric's gonna play Doom later. Oh, and he's back. Welcome back, Kedric. Welcome back. I've not played Doom Eternal. I don't own Doom Eternal. I've seen it. I don't know. I'm not sure I'm gonna like it. The wooters I like are the Borderlands and Destiny type of wooters. the shooter wooters. I mean, the shooters I like playing are the Borderlands and Destiny type of shooters, the ones that have some wooting involved and build making. Whereas Doom is your standard typical FPS, Quake Doom style. It's not like I don't like those, they're just not that entertaining to me. But I've seen some amazing things, I've seen some speedruns on YouTube of Doom Eternal. I've even seen a video where the developers are reacting to speedruns in Doom Eternal. And there's some weird stuff people can do there. Some definitely nice and weird stuff that you can do. But I don't think I can find time to play it. Even if I had it for free, I still don't think I'm gonna find time to play it in between all the other games. Especially with Cyberpunk 2077 coming soon. That's gonna give me my fair share of shooting and wooting at the same time. And modifying my weapons and modifying my what's it called, mech, my tech, whatever it is. Can't wait to see all the things I can do in that game. I mean, it's an amazing game. The little things I've seen about Cyberpunk 2077 have me so hyped. I haven't been so hyped for a game for a long time. I think Borderlands 3 was the last time I was so hyped for a game launching, but with Borderlands 3, eventually I got really disappointed of how they're handling the events, the updates, and the content that keeps coming, and having time-limited content that you can only access between this day and this day on the next month and so on. So I hope Cyberpunk 2077 doesn't have this time-limited content that only belongs in BR games that Borderlands has right now. I liked Borderlands 2, how I could, it could be Christmas or Easter, I could be playing the Halloween event. It could be Halloween, it could be summer, it could be winter, I could be playing the Christmas event. Whenever I wanted. That's how Borderlands 2 was, and I enjoyed it a lot being that way. But with the way Borderlands 3 is, needing to log in for a limited time to get those items that you can only get while this DLC is active, while this content is active. I mean, this is like forcing your players to log in, to keep them logged in like zombies. Or you wanna play our game and get the nice wood that we are adding with this new patch, you better play it now, because it's gonna be gone later. And that's kind of how they're doing it with Borderlands. I really had my fair share of fun times though, before I saw their business model. Before I saw how they're trying to keep people playing their content. It seems like unnatural to be forcing, if you're not doing an MMO game, it seems unnatural, or a BR game, to do limited time events where you can only get certain wood during a certain time. It fits in MMOs, it really fits in MMOs. Like for example, look at Guild Wars 2 and Guild Wars 1 for that matter, when you had every Halloween some wood you could get only during Halloween and things like that. But it was mostly for cosmetics and things like this though. Whereas with Borderlands, they're straight up making it in such a way that during those limited time events there's some OP mods, OP weapons, in general things that you would wanna get because they're gonna give you the new meta. And if you don't log in, if you're busy doing other things and you can't log in during those few weeks the event is, you're gonna have to trade with others to get those items. But Borderlands 2 did it right. Borderlands 2 did it right. You get the DLC and it's there forever on demand whenever you wanna play it. Thinking of switching to Unholy Boat to test it. Doom has those events. By the way, Kedrick, I did show you the system requirements for Cyberpunk. The recommended for 1080p is 1060, 6 gigabyte. Here, that's the recommended requirements for Cyberpunk. So if you have 1660, you're probably not gonna run it on Ultra. You're probably not gonna run it on Ultra, but you're probably gonna be able to run it on high on 1080p. If it goes average, like medium, then high, and then Ultra, you're probably gonna be able to do high for sure. Maybe some things might be Ultra. It seems like they've definitely optimized it. If that's the recommended system requirements and this is for 1080p, obviously they wouldn't give you this graphics card for anything other than 1080p as a recommended. And this is the minimum. If your card is like a slightly better 1070, then that's not bad. You're good, you're good. I would have to play it on average, like medium, maybe some settings might even be low. Because I'm also streaming, I'm not just playing the game, I'm also streaming it. We'll see. I mean, that's just numbers, that's just requirements. Maybe they're saying one thing, maybe it's gonna be another. Hope I don't end up feeling bad and the game running super bad. But if it's well optimized, I will be so happy if it's well optimized and I can stream and play it. Even if I have to play it on lowest everything. Because I want to play this game for the story. It's the type of game that I would actually enjoy playing for the story. So a game like Torchlight 3, I would prefer to not even have story. I wouldn't care about the story in a isometric looter. But in a game where choices matter, like The Witcher, like Cyberpunk, where it's all about your choices and what you do, I would really love to be able to just run it smoothly and play it without problems. Let's see. I'm probably gonna get this weapon and wife bind it before the boss fight. Or maybe this one. I'm gonna get the Digitus because it can trigger things. Oh, and a shield. I found a new shield. Let's use this shield. And maybe I should get this leveled up now. Or should I level up Holy Boat? I came here for potions though. Because there's 2 boss fights coming. The final boss of the act, but before it, the Ogre Bezimo. Let's get some more potions. Just a few more. Have I tried Vampire? I don't think I've tried Vampire or Vampire. I'm not sure how that's pronounced. Probably Vampire, the way it's written. Which actually is Vampire in Bulgarian, is Vampir. And not just in Bulgarian, I'm assuming in other Slavic languages. Game where choices matter. That's interesting. I might look into it. I've played the old Vampire the Masquerade, and I've played Blood Rain. Oh, I remember back in the day Blood Rain. Very fun game. I'm wondering if they're thinking of remaking Blood Rain or making a new Blood Rain game. It's gonna be the perfect time to make a new Blood Rain game. That Blood Rain movie. Was there anyone who enjoyed the? Oh wow. Was there anyone who enjoyed the Blood Rain movie? And now I'm fucked because there's no waypoint in this zone. See, why was this enemy so strong? I mean, it was destroying me, even though I stacked some defenses right before it. Should have made a portal. I was just slowing my progress, damn. It's 10:06. Best vampire game you say is the Masquerade. Yeah, I guess maybe. Are you talking about the new or the old ones? Because I've not played the new ones, I only know about the old ones. But Blood Rain was fun. But this guy was destroying me. It seemed like he's super overpowered. And he wasn't over leveled. He was level 29, I was 28. And yet he just 1-2 shot me. Without being able to do anything about it. Where is this thing going? Seeker's Dance of Death, Rapid Strike, Vent Vortex Bomb. Might try switching Rapid Strike for Cyclone mode. Has it gotten any better? Well, it's okay. It's not amazing, but it's okay to use Cyclone mode. It's still moving slower than you move. So there's still a movement speed penalty when using Cyclone mode. And Drain is definitely nice. In this setup you might try using Drain as well. It has a good synergy with Vortex Bomb and Cyclone mode. Or Vortex Bomb and the other Rapid Strike. Alright, let's see here. Damn, I was just at the end of this level and then I died to the stupid boss. And after this boss is the final boss of the act, and that's Act 2. But yeah. I don't know why he killed me so easily. Like, look at my defense. It's, yeah, 17% defense. 17% physical resistance is definitely shitty. But that's the best I can do with the gear the game's been giving me. The game hasn't been giving me any better gear for defenses. Maybe I should have replaced my gauntlets with something better, but it hasn't dropped anything better. Oh, that's not the way. Of course I went the wrong way again. Oh yeah, I remember hearing something about the new Masquerade. I thought it was already released, so you're saying it's not released yet. Good to know. I might consider getting it depending when it releases, and most likely I'm not gonna get it this year, because this year all the way until the end of the year I will be saving up for a new video card after I get my new PC case. Right now, with the money I've got waiting for YouTube to transfer to my account, I've got enough for a new PC case and maybe a little bit for RAM. I'm gonna buy new RAM sticks, but we'll see. I'm not sure I've got enough for 2 RAM sticks to get. Thank you very much, Nargas. Nargas, thank you very much for subscribing to my YouTube channel if you're watching. Really appreciate it. But Yeah, I hope probably middle of next month, if the YouTube keeps going the way it is, I might have enough for 2 new RAM sticks to get 32 gigs. But after that, it's gonna go all the way saving for a video card. So I'm not gonna be buying any other games after Cyberpunk. I've got the money for Cyberpunk in my PayPal account, ready for the game to release. I'm just watching for deals. I'm watching for some discounted deals before the game launches. Kingwin were running a discounted offer on Cyberpunk, but then they wouldn't want to let me check out. Not sure why. The PayPal checkout on their website wasn't working. So I'm waiting for maybe another deal to show up. If it doesn't, I'm gonna buy it at the default price, in the worst case. But yeah, Vampire the Masquerade 2, I will consider getting this. It's more of a stealth game as far as I remember. It's more of a kind of not your typical hack and slash your way through enemies. You're gonna have to be stealthy and sneaky. Okay, this armor I'm probably gonna equip for the next boss. Which means here I'm gonna put this. Although, do I need it? Yeah, I need it for this one. Right, let's get the waypoint, finish the act, and then that would be it for tonight after I finish this act. But tomorrow again, I'm gonna have more time to stream tomorrow. Most likely it will be 2 streams. Split into 2 parts. Actually, not most likely, surely, 100%. My stream tomorrow is gonna have to be split in 2 parts. I'm level 29, I think Sadista is 31, if I'm not mistaken. I've got 10 potions, maybe 11 now. Yeah, 11 potions. How do you get more Respectacles? Oh, Kedrick, you get Respectacles by killing bosses or by completing contract levels. Every contract has a repeatable 9 level whoop, and in that 9 levels whoop you get a Respectacle for every contract. So every 9 contract levels you have a Respectacle waiting for you. So you can either focus on farming fame for contract levels, or you can just farm bosses, which also have a chance to drop Respectacles. Okay. No, that was BS. That I was not inside of the zone where she's landing. That was pure BS hit. Such a BS one shot. Come on, come on. Where is she? I can't see her. Oh. She's coming here now. Oh, did I glitch her? Oh, never mind, she's unglitched now. Come on, come on, come on. Nice. And even had two potions left just in case. Okay, well, that's it for Act 2. Tomorrow I will be doing Act 3 and beyond. But yeah, for now I'm just gonna turn in, wrap up the act, and unlock the next act and end my stream. I'm gonna skip cinematics so I don't spoil the game for anyone. Also, I'm waiting for them to increase the volume of those cinematics to a point where actually I can hear what's happening there. Which 50%? Terry the Tank, I'm not sure which 50% you're talking about. Are you referring to the passives that gave us up to 50% of a certain element? 25-50% passives? Because yes, those have been removed. Oh yeah, Body Chalice is not worth it anymore. That's why on my build video, if you don't watch the video but watch my screenshots on my website, you're gonna see I've reworked the skill points allocation. You're gonna see I've put number 0 on top of... Here, I'm gonna show you. I'm just gonna show you. Instead of talking, I'd rather show you. Acid Slammer, no, let's go. Forged builds. Punchbot Bleederwatt, this is it. You see how every of the setups is 0. And every of the setups now can be done spin to win or bunches of punches by switching 4-8-8-4. So yeah, if you want to check those, they're on my website, those screenshots. Okay, let's talk to Wolfram, go to the new act, and then that's gonna be it.
Dear hero, delighted to see you again. Our next stop is Econoc Mountain.
So yes, Truckwub, thanks for watching me another evening, and for being here, and in general for watching my content and all the follows and subscribes and everything. Keep it cool, Truckwub, until next time, and goodbye from me.